Yeah, dude. Sorry for all those technical difficulties that I was giving the entire pod. We were supposed to start 16 minutes ago, and you know,
That
here
was a
goes
lot.
Clyde again,
There was a lot happened.
messing it up,
Like,
man, messing it up, dude.
I still don't understand how your camera just fell. That was crazy.
It like fell and then twisted and then flipped upside down, went through Ragnarok and came back on the other side. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like so much happened in such a little bit of time.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
good
dude.
stuff.
How's life treating you?
Pretty good, man. Just enjoy a rainy day. Um, it's about it. Not much to do, other than just chill with the dog, right?
You don't wanna go outside and play in the rain
Not,
like
not at all. No.
like an adult? That's what we do.
No,
Bro, man.
no jumping in puddles for me.
So, like, I spent some time and I watched a movie I haven't watched since, like, late '90s, early 2000s, man. Um,
Okay. What was that?
I watched Saving Private Ryan, 1998, Steven Spielberg,
Hmm.
uh, starring the great Tom Hanks, and, like, a big-ass ensemble cast.
Right.
Um, like 9 years later, we got Tropic Thunder, which like made fun of all of those like ensemble war films, all these like great actors and
Yeah.
stuff in it. But a great entry was Saving Private Ryan.
Fair enough.
Um, and like rewatching it, fantastic. Still holds up, still a gorgeous, gory, disgusting, beautiful portrayal of World War II. What these guys, basically kids, these children went through, right? They
Hmm.
were younger than us. Um, just in all that, man. I do want to bring up one character that's in the movie that I forgot was in this film.
Okay. Who's that?
The greatest actor of all time is in this film. And you would think I'm talking Tom Hanks, but no. Do you think I'm talking Matt Damon? But you're wrong again. I'm talking about the one, the only Vin Diesel, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Vin Diesel is in Saving Private Ryan. Okay. And it's a war film.
Okay.
People die. I'm not going to
Hmm.
spoil it for you, but Vin Diesel does not make it to the end. He doesn't save Private Ryan. Okay.
He's not the savior there. Okay. Fair
He's not the
enough.
savior. But I do want to say one thing about Vin Diesel and his characters, okay? In all of his movies, he has a through line, okay? This man is really all about family. And let me explain, okay? So
Hmm.
there's this scene
Go ahead.
in Saving Private Ryan where there's these kids that are like with their parents, and the parents are like, here, just take my little girls and like keep them safe or whatever, keep them safe. And the whole platoon is like, no, we have a mission, can't do that. Vin Diesel looks right down the barrel of that camera and says, family, and then gets a Corona out of nowhere. I don't know where the Corona even came from. Okay, man starts drinking
He just
drinking
carries
a
a
Corona
cooler.
to save these kids. Okay, and right, and
Oh,
then he dies soon after that because of
that's
family. So like it works in the Fast and Furious movies. It does not work in Saving Private Ryan. Okay,
that's like his spinach, right? Is the Corona? It's his
it's gotta
spinach.
save. I absolutely lost my mind when I saw that again, dude.
Yeah.
This man has always been about family. And I appreciate that
Him.
he stands 10 toes down on
He's
that concept
built
too.
built a going on like a 10, 11 movie franchise now, based
Family, man.
off of family. It's crazy.
Yeah. 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 Dude, um Invincible. You finish it?
As of, I mean, last week, yeah, last week's episode.
That was the season finale, dude. That was the season finale, bro.
So yes, I did finish it then.
What do you think about the ultimatum that Mark is presented at the end of Invincible season 4?
I mean, I don't really think he had. There was like no choice there. Like this dude just put hands on all of them, and he's just standing there like nothing ever happened to him. Like, what do you do? I mean, would you try to fight him again? I mean, it's just not.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like a great option, right? like he gave him like the only option he had was to leave him alone, and he would leave them alone. Which I mean, in the future, it's probably not going to work out well for anybody. But
Of course. Of course.
you
Of
know,
course.
I mean,
I'm just like, how are we just gonna let Steve Harvey and co chill on Earth like this, dog, and take our woman, man? You know what I mean? Like, take our women and just hang out and stuff like that, and like
yeah.
impregnate our Earth women to build these super soldiers, to build to build Goku's Saiyans, dude.
Well, I mean, they're trying to rebuild their race, but is it still their race if it's not like all Vultramites?
Oh, like a battle of like the purebloods versus.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah, I
I
didn't
mean,
really
they
think
they
about
get
that.
Mark, and Mark's. I mean, Mark's one of the survivors, right? I mean, he's fought all of them up until that point.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
I mean, he's
yeah.
a survivor. His dad's a survivor. Um,
But like, what do these
but
dudes do? Like,
yeah, I
go get a
mean,
9 to
didn't give us
5,
a
man?
choice.
Go get a social security card? Like, go shop at
Right.
Harris Teeter? Like, what are these guys gonna do, man? Like, I'm so
Uh,
confused. Like, you gonna punch in and
they
punch
got
out
to
for a
go to
paycheck?
work.
Loosen,
They got to go to work,
Loos-
man.
Loosen looks like he's ready to hop on Family Double Dare or whatever the hell, Price is Right, or whatever the
Family
hell game
Feud.
show
Family Feud.
Family Feud Steve Harvey is doing these days,
Family
man.
Family Double Dare. That might be something too. I don't know.
Hey, man, just
Um,
wild, dude.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, he's Conquest almost took him out. Then he almost got took out again. Quite a few times. His dad almost took him out. He doesn't have a very good record. He's just surviving, but he's not doing a whole lot
He's not really winning,
against
you know
other
what I mean?
Vultramites. Yeah, he's surviving. He's like just so yeah. I mean, in the long run of it, like I said, it's not going to turn out good for anybody. But what's he supposed to do? Like I said, just fight him again. And I mean, this dude just showed him and all of them that they can't lay hands on him.
Yeah, dude, it's the force to be reckoned with, man. Drag is that dude, man. I ain't messing with him.
Right?
You know what I mean? Especially when he give you the blade. When he give you the blade, not even the closed fist, he give you the open hand smack.
Mm-mm.
That's
Mm-mm.
when Viltrumites get about to get that business, right? There was it was
Yeah, yeah,
a real I watched. It was like two Viltrumites fighting, right? Just play fighting or whatever. One person hits another person so
yeah,
hard, the other person gets the blade out. That's when you know it means business. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Them Viltrumites don't play no games with them blades now. No, man. I mean, overall, you think the best season that we've got so far?
Definitely like the most gory, but like the action, the fighting has been, elevated to another level from the other seasons.
Agreed. Yeah.
But I guess when you're basically your whole cast is, uh, the strongest people in the world, in the galaxy, in this area right now, you gotta pump that up, right? He's not just fighting ground level bad guys.
Yeah, he ain't just
So
not just guys who like rob banks and shit, like the real deal, man.
yeah,
And what's up with my man who like has the motorcycle and has the Viltrumite killing gun? but can't really get a shot off, or he gets one shot off every like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We in battle, dog.
Gotta recharge, man. Gotta recharge, I guess.
I mean, I know that gun is big as hell, man, but you think by the time while you were traveling, you could have dual wielded or something, right? Choom choom. That's 15 minutes pop right there, dog. That's splitting your time. Something, man. Damn. Shit. That really did piss me off. Like the one gun, and then the homegirl with the darts. You make 3 darts. You make 3 darts. One of them miss.
Yeah.
You can't make this shit up, man. Just poor planning. But I really did enjoy the season, man. Stephen Wynn as like the anchor on that show. The redemption story for Nolan trying to redeem himself. And then like Oliver just getting the shit smacked out of him. I enjoyed that. I enjoy that.
He's just a distraction at this point.
Just like a fly, just a gnat at a barbecue. You just backhand the shit out of it. So,
mm-hmm.
Nah, man, I'm ready for season 5, and hopefully, I feel like we're gonna see like Thrag, like on Earth doing some wild shit, man. I'm gonna see him at like a strip club or something like that. We're gonna catch him, some like wild shit. We're gonna see him. Yeah. He's like, I'm actually enjoying Earth more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I think they'll probably lay off those guys for a little while, and then it's just gonna pop off at the end of a season, and the next season cliffhanger. They're gonna be ready to, emerge or whatever.
Yeah, true. True.
It's just going to be a good rope to tug on when they need it.
Here we go. Well, team, stay tuned because we'll be talking more about Invincible when season 5 drops. Welcome to Movie in a Pod. I'm Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we're discussing trailers for Leviticus, Coyote vs. Acme, and our movie of the week, Michael. The King of Pop, guys. He's here.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? You guys are having a fantastic week there. What I mean by the King of Pop is here. He's not like in our digital studio anywhere. Like he's not going to be on the pod. We're going to talk about his movie. Michael's no longer amongst us, the living, at least that Michael. I don't know. Who knows? We're still figuring out if Tupac's alive or not. But anyway, guys, we got some trailers for you. We got Leviticus and Coyote vs. Acme team. Click that link tree in our show notes. See, I'm trying to get us back on track. I always do that. Click that link tree in our show notes. And we appreciate the support, guys. Like, share, subscribe. We out here. Whew. Team. We have Leviticus. IMDb states 2 teenage boys must escape a violent entity that takes the form of the person they desire most, each other. Written and directed by Adrian Chiarella, starring Joe Bird, Stacey Clausen, and Jeremy Blewett. Javi.
Okay.
We like our fair share of horror films, suspense thrillers, stuff like that,
Okay.
I don't. We can't even be in love anymore, dude. So like every year, they add something new to the shit that we just can't enjoy. I can't enjoy love anymore.
You have to make a list. You have to make a list. Be sure not to do none of those things going forward.
Remember, it was like the teddy bear a couple years ago, like was bad.
Yeah.
The pool was bad. 1 year.
There was like a monkey at some point.
There was a monkey. Can't do anything around here, dog. Shit. Just gotta stay in the house and do nothing.
So in that trailer, it was there was like a little bit of looked like some sort of exorcism type thing where they're the priest is trying to rid them of
Exercising
demons or
demons.
yeah. So it kind of seems like the opposite happened, right? Like either they got cursed or now there is a demon or something like that. So unsuccessful exorcism seems like
Very,
not
very
good.
unsuccessful.
Really creepy too. Why is it always
And the
super
fact that
creepy
like
too?
and
Like,
the fact that
uh,
like they both desire each other and they both like the entity like jumps back and forth.
yeah,
That's wild work right there. Um,
right, right.
that is very wild work. I don't like it. It's scary. Um, can't even
Yeah, I mean, there's
enjoy
not a
just
whole
like
lot. This,
can't even enjoy love. I'm just mad about it.
yeah,
I'm just mad. I'm just pissed off.
yeah. I
This
was saying
is
it's not
day ruined.
not a whole lot to talk about other than every time there's a demon, it's always super creepy. Like you can't just be a
Yeah.
straight up like assassin demon. It's got to
Yeah.
be a creepy, make weird body poses and stuff demon. So
Or
that's
like
cool, I
a
guess.
cool demon, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
Howie Mandel from like Little Monsters or whatever that was. You know what I mean? Like, why can't you be cool like that? You know what I mean?
Solid, solid
That's
movie.
that's
Solid
the
movie.
that's the world I want to live in. You know what I mean?
Oh, Fred Savage action, right? Well,
Little Fred Savage action, yeah, man. Team, we'll throw Leviticus. Team, we'll throw Leviticus on our
love it.
socials. Let us know your thoughts. What's your favorite movie about love and loss and demons? Is there one? I don't even know. Team, let us know in the
Oh no.
comments. All right, team. We have Coyote versus Acme, a story set in the Acme warehouse. The manufacturer of anything and everything used by the Looney Tune characters. Directed by Dave
Right.
Green, written by Sammy Burch, James Gunn, and Jeremy Slatter. Uh, John Cena, Will Forte, Lana Condor, PJ
Yeah.
Byrne, and a whole host of other people as well. Yeah, this is a movie like I don't know, man. Like we've always had like Warner Brothers with Looney Tunes and Disney with their host of characters, right? And Disney
Yeah,
has
yeah.
always been like wholesome and family and never pushing the button. They've always kept it really like G, super G, like general
Mhm.
audience, babies and up, right? At least with like Warner Brothers, they were always a little bit more edgy, with like the cigarettes and the guns and the explosions and stuff like that, right? And
No, definitely.
Acme, the made up company Acme in this world is a part of all of that, and it's about to get it's kicking the ass, I think here, dude, by Forte
Yeah.
and Coyote. Finally, we're gonna bring down a company. Finally, man.
I I love how we can finally be like, how can they get away with doing this stuff to these characters, right? I we've had a bunch of like the all the way back to like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the tunes
Yeah,
in the real world or the real world in the tune world, Space Jam, the movies like that.
Brendan Fraser was
Uh,
also in a Looney
and the
Tunes movie. Yeah,
and how do they like it just well, I don't know how to it just keeps getting better, right? Like it just keeps getting more and more realistic, just everything that happens with CGI now.
yeah.
Um and the fun of just seeing like going from one world to the other world.
Mhm.
Uh was like so Space Jam was like a whole different world going from real world into the tune world. I'm really cool or really curious to see how they do that with old Roadrunner and Coyote here.
Yeah, that's
Or
gonna
they
be
just go to
fun,
work.
man. That's gonna be fun. But you know, man, like one of my favorite genres of film is like courtroom dramas, right? Like, so the judge, um, Extras of Emily Rose, yes, it's an exorcism movie, but it's more of a court case, right?
Okay.
The one, Runaway Jury is a good one as well. There's a lot of good, a few
So,
good men. There's a lot of good, like,
oh,
courtroom drama
Mercy, that was one
films.
too, right?
Exactly. Mercy is a fantastic one, actually, yes. Um, Good call, brother, but, there's other I hope that, yeah, we get the craziness and we get to run around and have fun with the tunes and everything, but I hope,
Yeah.
like, the focal point is the court case here, right? Like, I hope
Yeah,
that is,
definitely.
like, the
Yeah, yeah.
focal point is them in the courtroom trying to prove that, like,
W
Acme is at fault. That is gonna be where the comedy shines, at
w
least for me.
and it does seem like the other tunes are, um, like, involved too, right? Like, you had, like, Foghorn, Leghorn was, like, trying to intimidate John Cena. Like, "Lay off, dude." If you don't lay off, you don't know what's gonna happen to you. Uh,
Love
Like,
it,
"You're coming for
love it,
our
love it.
jobs now."
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Then like he's like, I could use like Porky Pig as like a character witness in this and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like how do we even get Bugs involved, the most famous of them all. So I'm
Mhm.
excited, man. James
I mean,
Gunn,
Bugs went
fantastic
through it.
wrty. I mean,
Bugs was
always, yeah.
hunted.
Oh yeah. Rabbit season. No, duck season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about Daffy Duck hunted him, uh,
Mhm.
Sylvester, Tasmanian Devil. Almost every character has tried to kill Bugs Bunny at one point in time, and they haven't
Yeah,
succeeded.
this
So,
doesn't say much about his personality there.
well, he's an asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
Team, we are going to throw Coyote versus Acme on our socials. Let us know your thoughts here. And also, who is your favorite Looney Tunes, guys? Let us know. All right, man. Let's get into this biopic of the week
Let's
film,
go.
Michael. Team, uh, Michael was just released in theaters April 24th, 2026. This one is
Yes,
directed
sir.
by the great Antoine Fuqua and written by the amazing John Logan.
We have a $200 million budget, and so far it's grossed $219 million. Starring in this, we have Jafar Jackson as Michael Jackson, Juliano Crew as young Michael, Coleman Domingo as Joseph Jackson, Neil Long as Catherine Jackson, Miles Teller as John Branca, and Kylie Jones as Bill Bray, and a whole list of others that we see throughout the movie.
I'm excited, guys. All right, brother, go ahead and give us that
Yeah.
quick synopsis of Michael.
We follow Michael Jackson through periods of his life and witness his hits releasing through the decades.
Yes, sir. All right, so I don't even want to start with the character actor Michael.
Fair enough.
I, I want to start with Coleman Domingo as Joe.
Good call. Good call.
Now, yeah, thank you. Um, I think like Coleman Domingo played Joe Jackson to a T because yes, we weren't alive until the late '80s and didn't really know about Michael Jackson until like 5, 6, 7 years later in the '90s.
Right.
But like we knew of how aggressive, how much of an asshole, how demanding he was of his kids.
Right.
Basically from the start, you just grow up knowing that about the Jackson family,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
and his whole thing was his North Star was like, I made talented boys. These talented boys are gonna get us out of poverty and get us to a nice home in a nice community so we can eat nice food so he doesn't have to work in a coal mine anymore. So his boys don't have to work in a coal mine, right? So like
Oh, yeah.
as much of a villain they paint Joe as, he's also that North Star that guides the Jackson family, and Michael out of poverty into something, right? Like, would Michael have
Yeah.
made it if he would have stayed in Gary, Indiana, right? Would he have just
Yeah.
been working in a coal mine? Would he be able to get out and be the greatest pop star ever? So, like, as as horrible and villainizing Joe is, and I'm not taking his side at all, right? He's a complete asshole. But like, I love that dichotomy where yes, he is a mean SOB, but he also is that guiding force, that North Star for his family, man. And I think Coleman did a fantastic job of both. Um, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure with that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, his ways of handling his family worked great. Of course, there's probably a lot of things that went down in between all this stuff, right? We see a few shots of them having, a good family dinner, laughing with each other and stuff like that.
yeah,
So, it's always the bad that's portrayed. Um, but like you said, that was kind of the push. I guess in his mind, that was the discipline that they needed, right?
yeah,
Whether it
yeah.
was, yelling at them or beating them, whatever. Uh, but he did push them to stardom. I mean,
Oh,
without without that backing, like you said, where
I
would they
mean,
have ended up?
the other side of the family coin, right, is Nia Long's Catherine Jackson, right, and as
Hmm.
mother, as they so eloquently called her,
Yeah.
quiet in demeanor, but like very fierce for her kids. Um,
Oh yeah.
and like loved, looks like she like had like a love, at least in this portrayal, right? Like she obviously loved all of her kids, but it seems like she had a special relationship with Michael in this film. Um, and she basically let Joe do his thing until she finally maybe built up enough courage or thought like, Joe, you can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? To these boys, to Michael, whoever. But I did appreciate like how accurate she was to this portrayal as well. Um, and with that, they have these boys, and they have like a young Latoya Jackson as well. But um, Coleman, not Coleman, but Joe Jackson is like sending them to all these different venues, up
Yeah.
late nights and stuff like that. And he's like, we got school in the morning. And she's like, they got school in the morning. We have school in the morning or whatever. And he goes, school ain't gonna get you out of Gary, Indiana, right? This music
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So even like that push and pull from mom and dad, um, and the kids being tired, you saw early on that he would put belt ass, right? Which was
Oh yeah.
very important
Definitely.
to portray that and how often he would do that as well. All right, man. But let's talk about like the titular character of this film, man. Michael. Now we got Jafar Jackson playing
Yeah.
him. We got a young Giuliano Veldi as the young Michael, and he was cute as like Jackson 5 Michael, man. But it wasn't until we get
Yeah.
off the wall that we get Jafar. And bro, there were times, and there was prosthetic use
Wild.
and make sure it made him
Yeah.
look. So obviously the big nose that was in off the wall, then how he thinned it out with plastic surgery and stuff. But like there was this guy who was sitting to the right of me in the theater. Um
Hmm.
Actually, I hated this guy. If you were at Regal, if you were at Regal Cinema and you were sitting next to me, I hate you. Dude had his earbuds in, okay, and had his phone
Yo,
on high
what?
and vibrate, and was taking calls and be like, "Yo, what's up? I can't talk right now. I'm in the movies." Yeah, yes, you are. Why? But
What?
why do you? He did that 7 times throughout
To
the movie.
jail. He needs to go straight to jail.
Straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Straight to jail. Yep.
Yes. And I looked, I was just like, one point, I was like, after the fourth, I was like, bruh, he's like, I got to be on a call, man. I'm like, then your ass don't. In my head, I'm like, your ass don't need to be in the movie theater. Okay, you do not need to be in the
Yeah, yeah.
damn movie theater. But then at one point
Well,
when
also, if he can see who's calling him, like, choose which one you need to answer, right? Like, oh man, if it's an important call and you're on call and you
oh my
take
god,
that call, walk out
you're right because a few
or
times he
just
was
walk
like,
into
"Who
the little
this?"
hallway thing, right?
He's like, who's this?" So he didn't even know. He was just probably just got his phone cut on. He was just happy to be having
Oh,
minutes.
all right.
You know what I mean?
That's-
Just
yeah.
burn them anytime minutes up, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He did say at one point, because his girlfriend was to the right of him, he did say at one point, what's going on, man? What you need? What? Nothing right now. We're watching Michael. And his girlfriend was like, get off the damn phone. When assigned seating can
Crazy work.
backfire.
Well, there's been a
Anyway,
few times where I just got up and moved. Like I mean, if
oh,
the movie started and you just get up, I just get up and move.
this place it was crowded. It was packed out. I'm not
Oh,
going
okay.
all the way
I
to the
got you.
front like you would
Just,
break your neck.
just like this.
It's all up, just all neck action. Ugh. No. Other than
Crazy.
that being frustrating, at one point in time, he was like, "Man, I think that is actually Michael Jackson, ain't it?" I'm like, I'm so pissed off at him. I just give him a thumbs up. I just go, I'm so mad at him. But like, but he was right though. There was times that like
Yeah.
Jafar looked just like Michael. We've seen videos, we've
The
seen
the
stills, we've seen
moves, man.
all this, man. Dude, you just beat me
The
to it. That
like
human nature, oh my god, he was Michael.
the first moonwalk scene.
Dude, crazy.
Um, I've seen that, the real video of that,
Yeah,
as amongst everyone else who knows who Michael Jackson is, and you could not tell if that was a real video or not.
it was dope, man. It
Like
was really dope.
like my man, I mean, that was every scene, like every scene of the live performances and stuff. You just couldn't tell. I mean,
Yeah.
it was pretty incredible to see.
So like with Jafar as Michael, right? The performances were absolutely fantastic. 10-10, no notes. Every single performance, I mean, put on just amazing. The acting, this is his first acting role, and obviously playing his uncle is a little scary, but you have the backing of your family and
Yeah,
then a great director like Antoine Fuqua and a writer like John Logan. So you have a good team
yeah.
behind you.
He's a musician in his own right,
He,
though,
he is.
if I'm not
That's
mistaken.
correct.
Yeah,
That's correct, man.
yeah.
Got music in his family genes there. So
Oh yeah,
the takeaway from the acting part of it is he's obviously gonna have to work on that. There was like he was Michael and he embodied him, but there's just sometimes you just felt like this person is playing Michael and not
yeah.
being Michael. Like you remember, did you ever see Bohemian Rhapsody? Um,
I did.
and the guy who played
Rami
Freddie Mercury, yeah,
Rami
like
Malek.
Rami Malek. I He won the Oscar because there was no is this Freddie Mercury? This is Freddie Mercury in a movie. Like
Yeah,
that's the
but
thing.
you also have a seasoned actor.
Of course, of course, of course.
That's a big difference there.
That's a huge difference. Yeah, and you can definitely tell, man. So for what he was able to do, he accomplished. I just wanted
Yeah,
him to I have a few things with like his performance as acting, but when he's on stage
yeah. I
though,
got some of that. I got some of those notes down in my notes as well.
the man was electric. Was absolutely electric.
Oh
I
yeah,
also but,
amazing.
like, the acting that I did enjoy, right? Like, Michael's, like, childlike nature, right? Him, um going to see the kids in the burn unit, right? Him,
Yeah.
hanging out, like, in the toy store, right, with his bodyguard, right? Those are acting bits that, like, Jafar can definitely work on and get better at. So, definitely appreciated, man.
Oh, yeah.
A smaller role, but your boy Miles Teller as John Branca, Jackson's attorney. For one, when Miles Teller
It's out of
pulls
nowhere.
up in a project, I'm locked in, bro. I'm locked
He
in.
pulls
When I
up.
saw him
He
in the
pulls up.
trailer when I saw him in the trailer, I was like, "Oh, yeah. Yeah, my boy is in here. Let's
I had no
go."
clue. I didn't even remember him from the trailer. I just saw him at the table. And I was like, "What is happening? Where are
And
we
you
at
know
right
what?
now?"
And you know what? He was at the table, but they did, like, a wide shot of everybody at the table, and I saw him,
Yeah.
and I thought he was gonna be the main person talking. He didn't talk for, like, 3 or 4 minutes, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
And then he, like,
Crazy.
says something, and it's like, "Alright, here's the partnership right here we're about to see." Because I mean, everybody knows about John Branca, um, but he was just like, "Fired my dad, uh, expeditiously," and then he says all the
Yeah.
facts. That's some gangster shit right there.
That's gangster. Gangster. And another one like that, down the line, I mean, everybody in this cast was pretty fantastic. I had no clue Mike Myers was in this movie until I was making some notes about the cast earlier.
Mike Myers, who was also in, you ready for this? Bohemian Rhapsody
That
as a record producer.
was crazy. Yep. Yeah, I didn't recognize him at all on screen. I didn't know who that was.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy. I didn't know until
President
just
of
now. I didn't even know
CBS
that was him.
Records, man. So wild.
Yeah.
Um, what about, like, like, we can talk about the look and feel of this film. It's a family drama that happens at home, right?
Mhm.
But then outside of that, we get the few scenes we get that were not on stage is Michael, like, slowly trying to grow up, but, he's infatuated
Yeah.
with Peter Pan and him trying to stay like a real boy. Um, but, I think I just infused Pinocchio in there, but that's beside the point, though. Um, what I enjoyed was the grand scale of the performances.
Yes.
Even, like, the Jackson 5, even, like, those performances before we got to Jafar, right? We got, like, little Michael. They were just really
Yeah.
awesome
Electric.
to see these kids on screen, on stage, doing what they do best,
Mhm.
man, and just making amazing music and making everybody happy. I really did enjoy that. Um, which performance was your favorite?
Um, well, performance specifically, I dug seeing the Thriller scene,
Yeah, that was cool.
like, the making of the Thriller. I think that was my favorite, like, kinda of the story, quote, unquote, "story" part of the movie, the behind the scenes stuff.
Mhm.
That was really awesome, and it
Yeah.
looked fantastic. Um, I mean, performance-wise, I don't know, man. They were all amazing to see recreated that way. Um, but definitely it would have to be one where where the Jackson 5's on stage. I mean, all of them together was just something to see them work together, work the crowd, and just put on some great performances.
That victory tour was absolutely electric.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, just him, like, his brothers, like, playing and doing all the background, but just letting him be him up top. Like, that
Mhm.
was absolutely electric, man. I don't know if it was that or if it was him at the Motown 25, like the Billie Jean performance that you were talking about earlier, man. Like, that one also was like,
Yeah,
Jafar, you're
solid.
killing it right now, kid. You're killing it right
Yeah.
now as Michael, man.
Well, I mean, that was just one man who could just be there by himself, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
He didn't have to have nobody. He didn't have to have backup dancers or nothing like that. He just did his thing, and it was awesome every
yeah.
time.
I did like that we got, because people always thought, right, that, like, Yeah, we know Michael got, like, rhinoplasty from his nose from you can tell from Off the Wall to Thriller, you can tell a smaller, thinner nose. We
Yeah.
understand that, right? But we it was the thing was like, oh, Michael Jackson always wanted to be like a Caucasian man. He wanted to be a white guy. He wanted to be a white pop star, right? Michael Jackson was a
Right.
very proud African American black man, black pop star, rock star. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, Man suffered from a disease called vitiligo, which takes your skin pigment, right? And it kept on getting worse
Right.
as he ages. It comes for a lot of people, right? It
And
comes for white, black, Puerto Rican,
that was
Asian.
one of the reasons was one of the reasons he wore the glove,
Exactly. It's
right?
exactly one of the
Cover up
reasons
some of
why
that
he
his,
wore the gloves, right?
yeah.
And then he he took something that was like this is the cool shit about Michael Jackson. He took something that was like made him feel like he was inferior, right? That he was trying to hide. He made it cool. He made a glove on your hand, a sparkly ass glove, a a 80s and 90s like thing that you do. You put the glove on,
Yeah.
that's the Michael Jackson look. Do it. Just the one glove, baby.
You know, yeah, it's still to this day,
To
you know, you if you wear one glove, you're trying to be like Michael. It's just if you lose a glove and you just have one glove on, doesn't matter your situation, you're trying to be like Mike.
you do it to
Be like
Michael, yeah.
Michael. Yeah, yeah.
Just like the coolest shit ever, man. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, man. Even like I don't know, dude, that when he did his last performance on the Bad Tour, man, like when he was at Wembley, that was also dope as hell, man. I just really enjoyed the
Yeah.
performances here, brother. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed the performances. And the music
Agreed.
was great as well. The
Oh,
knock
yeah.
that I'm gonna give it, this film, right? As beautiful as this film looked, as amazing as the performances was, I I wanted something I wanted to know something new that, like, hasn't already been told, right? We've got a million Michael Jackson is one of those guys who
Are
we
you
know
are
all
you reading
about.
my
So
notes this
many
week?
interviews, so many biographies, so many, uh, everything, right? We got, like, the early '90s, we had, like, a Jackson 5, like, American whatever, made-for-TV movie about Jackson 5 and Michael Jackson, right? We know all the
Yeah.
story. We know what happens. I was looking for something new in this, and, like, y there were edits, there were rewrites, there were reshoots because of
Yeah.
court
I don't
cases
think it
and
was
allegations and shit like that, but, like, I wanted to know more about, like, how he kinda steered away from his dad. They kinda glazed over that, right? I wanted to see, like,
Mhm.
his relationship with Quincy. I wanted to see, like, more about how he made Thriller, right? Just Beat It alone. Beat It has one of the best guitar riffs by Van Halen, and, like, that was just nothing? There was no mention about that, dude? I want a movie you know what would've been better? I love this film. This film was good. I'm gonna rate the film and everything. If we would've just
Yeah,
focused on like, give me an hour and a half of just focusing on Thriller only, and just that,
dude, dope.
that would've been dope, right? I would've loved to see, like,
Yeah, yeah.
his, like, ideas and everything, but we get, like, these really fast cut edits, and then we end up with, like, the Thriller, and we see a little bit of John Landis, the silhouette of John Landis is, like, directing Thriller and stuff like that, so we don't
Yeah.
get much, but, like, there's so much that they could have told us in Michael's early years that we just did not get, and that's a little upsetting, but legal beagle reasons that I'm not gonna get into or whatever, I understand. It just kinda makes the story watered down, and it doesn't bring anything new to it. Cool to see, don't get me wrong. Hell, I've watched Transformers a million and one times, but, you know,
So many.
I but I don't go into Transformers thinking I'm gonna see something new, right? I went into this movie thinking I'm going to get something new, and I just didn't. I knew all about this already.
Yeah.
The only knock outside of, Jafar just, you know, needing to become a stronger actor, which that just comes with time, so that's me, man.
You know,
Anything about the
I don't
writing
even
or
think
story
we
from
need to
you?
do a I was say, I don't even know if we need to do a thoughts and ratings section this week because we have the exact same ones. because it's the same thing for me.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Like
yeah,
this
yeah.
this wasn't a movie, like a story of things that happened to Michael. It was a concert,
Yeah,
is what it was.
yeah. You move from
With
like
some
concert to
some cut
concert, yeah.
scenes in there. With some cut scenes in there with said nothing new, no new
Still
information, stuff
commercials,
we knew
right?
about for the most part. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. Um, so yeah, I mean, the exact same thing you said. I mean, we didn't really get a movie, but we got a few cool things, and we got to see some iconic stuff recreated on a big screen. Hear some awesome music, and those scenes, like the usually you get something pretty quick and then you move on. I mean, we saw like minutes of songs,
Yeah,
like almost a whole song performance,
yeah.
which for me was awesome. But at the same time, I'm like in a movie theater, like not really watching a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's
I'm at a
super,
concert
super
right
weird in
now.
that aspect.
You know
Yeah,
what was
yeah, yeah,
cool?
yeah.
You know what was cool that they did add, right? Especially like at the end at like the Wembley, like showing Michael like Bad was like Michael at like the height of his powers, right? He had
Right.
like he had like all the damn infinity stones at that point. The amount of women who were just passing out, right? Remember videos in like the
Yeah.
early mid 90s of like women passing out at Michael Jackson concerts, and we're like looking at it like, I mean, I like his music, but like, I'm not gonna go to sleep on this dude. You know what I mean? Like,
That
what? Like,
that's before social media.
I know, yeah,
That's when people were rock stars and mysterious.
and
That's the
like,
only time you got to see them.
yeah, you're right, exactly, exactly, man. Like, so when he popped out on stage, you got to see him for that hour and a half or whatever, and then he went back into
Yep.
obscurity or whatever. Like, you're right. You're right.
That's
Nobody
it.
had a Twitter,
Amazing.
so but like I did like that they added like all these women who were just passing out from watching this guy. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was actually something that like I knew because I remembered. I knew, but like I didn't think they were gonna put into this movie. And when I saw it at the end, I was like, yeah, that did happen. I did watch MTV and see videos of this shit, man. Michael had women passed out, man. Super cool. All right, man. I have a theme here.
Okay.
Very simple. uh as they're painting Coleman Domingo's Joe Jackson as the villain, right? Stepping out of fear of your father's legacy for the family and cementing your own. That's what this film really like hits on. And I do like that we go from like Michael getting spanked with the belt, crying, like his mom consoling
Mhm.
him, to his security guard being like, "Bro, you got to step out on your own. You're basically a grown man now." Michael being like, "I'm not ready." Then he does Thriller, and then he
Yeah, we didn't
decides to
we
do
didn't
the
talk
Victory
much about
Tour,
that guy
right?
either.
Yeah, he was actually pretty cool. I thought he was gonna be like I said. I don't
Yeah.
know anything about his security guard, but I thought he was gonna be like sketch. He just kind of has like a sketch face. Like I wanted to punch his face when I first met him, in the film. Not
I
gonna
mean,
lie,
imagine the kind of things this dude hears that he
everything.
knew.
Everything. Everything,
Yeah.
dog. Mm. I don't know who this dude is, man, but everything.
Mhm.
And then
Yup.
like, his security guard being like, "Dude, you gotta step out, dude, and do your own thing." And he doesn't. And then he finally decides to do it at the Victory Tour. And he's
Yeah.
like, now is the time. And then like he has that courage, right, to step out and be like, this is the last time we're gonna be there. His dad not knowing anything. Hey man, you gotta cement your
I
own
thought he was gonna have
legacy
to
and
put I I thought he was gonna put hands on Joseph Jackson. That's what I was waiting on. I thought he was gonna take him down.
sometimes, bro. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, yeah.
all right, team. That's our conversation about 2026's Michael.
It's good. It's a good combo.
Yeah, dude. No, like I said, you're right. We basically already given our like reviews and everything through this here, but just in as much time or little time as you want, man. How many buckets of
Quick
popcorn?
recap. Quick. I'm gonna give this one 4 buckets of popcorn.
Nice.
for me, in particular, it was just the respect of this artist, right? Like being able to see these big stages and see that stuff recreated to a level where you didn't know if it was real or if it was the original or not.
Yeah.
Was awesome. Like we said too, the little cut scenes in between, there's nothing over the top about, the scenes of the family and the stuff he was going through. Nothing new we hadn't seen before. I said the only one that really sticks in my head was the kind of behind the scenes of the Thriller video, which was probably my favorite scene. But just being able to see like the performance on a big screen and hear the music and really feel like you're kind of like, you're in a seat in the theater pretty much is what it felt like.
Bro, I wanted to get up and start dancing, bro. A couple times.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, other than, the $4 is pretty much carrying the fact that we got to revisit these performances. The story, the acting, everything was okay. So, $4 popcorn for me, sir. How about you?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna give it $3 of popcorn, man. Middle of the road there. Very enjoyable. Once again, Antoine Fuqua and John Logan. I love these guys. They're fantastic Hollywood heavyweights who know how to put the movie together.
Yeah.
Like I said, I enjoyed the performances. I enjoyed seeing the creation of like Thriller, which I wanted more of that, right? I loved seeing him at the Motown 25, fantastic. And then like him at the Victory Tour, and then obviously him on the Bad Tour. Like all this is fun, man. And all this is like footage that I've seen before, footage that like I've tried to recreate in my mom's living room. You know what I mean? For me, like early heroes, right? Early heroes in the Black community. It's Michael Jackson. Yeah. Talk about a Black success story here, right? It's definitely Michael, man. So he's one of those guys you like lean on. And you're just like, dude, if he can do amazing things and get out of like obscurity and poverty, like we can too, right? So like seeing him do that is very inspiring.
And just a legacy that's gonna live for as long as we remember it.
Ever, man.
Right,
Ever.
And probably longer. Yeah.
Like I used the term used is like he's the songbird of a generation, right? And he definitely was for 4 decades.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this film. It's got rewatchability because of the performances. I just hope
definitely.
If it does make enough money, if it does get greenlit for like a sequel, because it did say like his story continues. I thought that was dope because his last album was Invincible, but I think before that was History. I would like to see a better script that explains some things that we don't know, right? Open the door, open Pandora's box, right? You got us, you hooked us. Let's get some stuff in there that we don't know that we can definitely be like, ooh, okay, interesting. What's going on with this? That's beautiful storytelling. Like John Logan, for example, he wrote The Aviator about Howard Hughes, right? And there was a lot of things in there that he put, directed by Martin Scorsese, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. And a lot of things that he put in there that like we knew about Howard Hughes. But there was a whole lot of things that there was like talk of, but never cemented and known that he put into the script that they then obviously put into the film that was about Howard Hughes,
right?
That we didn't know, right? Very big titan of industry at that time. Really weird guy and suffered from a lot of like mental disabilities and stuff like that. Whatever, right? But we got to see Leonardo act that out. Not saying that we need to that extreme with Michael Jackson, but I would like to see them kind of go more under. They like polished it with like the always around kids, like being around burn unit kids and like always looking at like Peter Pan and stuff like that, and kind kind of like that childlike wonder, but I would like to see more about that because that also continued into like his 30s and 40s, right? So I would like to see
Yeah.
like let's dive more into that. That would be more interesting and fun.
Yeah,
Free
and
buckets of
like I said, I
popcorn,
mean,
man.
we really okay. Yeah, I mean, we really got a concert. We didn't really get a movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anybody who's going into this thing that going to go see a movie about Michael Jackson is going to watch a concert. Just so you guys know,
and a damn good one too, guys.
and it's awesome. Yeah.
Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, Talking Through Michael. Next week, we'll be discussing The Devil Wears Prada 2.
You can catch that in a theater near you.
Like always, I am Clyde Smith. You can find me across all socials. I am Clyde D. Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos. You can find me across all socials at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Like always, guys, it's Thriller. I couldn't hit that note. I'm sorry.
Sounded good.